So, hello and welcome to the Talk Tonight podcast. Today we're joined by two members of the Arctic Numpties, Ben and Jack. How are you doing, lads?
I'm all good, are you?
Yeah, brilliant. Obviously, we've got Harry here. You're the first cover band we've actually had the privilege of talking to. So, my first question is, why have you decided to go down the cover band route?
Because we're too lazy to write our own songs.
Admits it.
Fair enough.
We're not going to beat around the bush here. We're just going to get straight into it. Yeah.
Well, yes, that's
the
mean.
No, we started off just as everyone does. Oh, what songs do we play? Which bands are we going to cover to start with? And then me and Jack have always been massive Arctic Monkeys fans.
Yeah.
Proper fanboys, aren't we? And then we were just like, well, we just started playing a few of them songs, just us two, just Arctic Monkeys, and we're like, do you know what? Why don't we just do that? It started off as just a cover band and then turned into tribute when we realised we could dress in suits.
Fair enough.
Some things just really click, don't they?
Yeah, definitely.
So obviously you said you're like quite lazy to write your own music. Do you have like any aspirations to write your own music in the future? Because obviously from where I'm sat, writing music would be, my dream. But I don't know about you guys.
I think we've talked about it, and we're gonna kind of keep the same people that's in the band now, and maybe branch it off and do just kind of his own thing after a while. When we've kind of got the ball rolling with Numpties, and we're getting like some nice consistent gigs, we'll try and introduce like a different band to do his own things with.
Yeah. But have you tried at all already?
Yeah, we've both been in bands that have tried to write original songs in the past. And I think we kind of let them take a back seat for a bit because we started to enjoy working with the Arctic Numpties a lot more than we did actually an original band. So we kind of left those behind and took on this because it started to do well and we enjoyed it actually more. But yeah, like Jack says, I think in the future we've both well, as a band, as a collective, discussed once we get this to a decent level, maybe can we try and write our own stuff as well?
Yeah, I get that. But obviously you said you're big fans of Arctic Monkeys. Why did you decide to cover them just strictly Arctic Numpties?
I think we just, like you said, think some things kind of click, and once we started playing Arctic Monkeys songs, we're like, yeah, we can do them well. We thought, well, why don't we just strictly do Arctic Monkeys? Why? Because we're trying to do other stuff at first, and then we were like, well, we can do these best. Why don't we try and just do them and nail it? And then it kind of became, we got the right people around. It just started with me and Jack. We got the right people around us, and the more we did Arctic Monkeys, we thought, we can do them well. And we played a gig.
Go on. Sorry.
We were saying we played like quite a small gig at someone's 18th birthday, and it went pretty well. We were like, yeah, we can do this well. Why don't we do it properly? And we tried to then go public with it in a way.
Yeah. Do you? What sort of things did you try other than Arctic Monkeys?
All the standard things, really.
All the usuals, yeah.
Chelsea Dagger.
Yeah.
What else for the now? Take Me Out.
Bit of Oasis and that, wasn't it?
Yeah, Oasis. Yeah.
Just all the generic indie tunes then.
Well, yeah. Pretty much.
Definitely, yeah.
Just not
what the people want. Yeah. Jack knows I have a despise for that.
Not a big fan of the indie music.
Oh, indie music, yeah, but Dakota by Stereophonics is a pet peeve of a song for me.
Do you not like it? Well,
I did, But I work in a venue that has a lot of live music on, and we have this like a band on every week, and every single band that comes in plays that song. And so we set a rule when we first started: we're not playing that song because I'm literally fed up of hearing it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. To be honest, that's why I don't listen to a lot of songs, because you hear them too much. Not 90 Forever for me is one that I just absolutely despise. It's just been overplayed.
Yeah.
It's not fun to play either, to be fair.
We tried it, didn't we? We're going to try it at a gig once, and then it's like the same 3 chords over, and his hands were like hurting just from holding the same chord for a full song. Basically.
Nice.
That's not a fun one. Oh dear.
So
Actually, sadly, the same thing happens with Arctic Monkeys songs, don't we? There's some songs we don't like from Arctic Monkeys because they're overplayed.
that really leads nicely into the next question. So, which are your favourite AM songs to play?
I mean, I'm sure this will differ between us as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Go on, Ben, I'll let you take
I
it
personally
first,
like one.
Pull up my playlist.
He's gonna look through it. I mean, I like all that. There's certain ones when you start to play them, you think I don't like that as much because it's harder.
Yeah.
I remember the first time we took on knee socks, and I think it took me like a good month to get that riff nailed. And I love that. So I love that song as a song. But now when I hear it, it just reminds me of the pain we went through to learn it, to play it live. And part of me hates it. But then, like, I like a lot of the songs that just, I don't like them to listen to, but to play them is in, because it gets people kind of going. So, like, Dance Floor is the obvious one that I think of. We play that near the end of the set usually. And everyone seems to love that one. So that's one of my favourites to play live, just because the reaction from it.
Yeah, I can imagine it always goes off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think for me, I kind of agree in ways that some of them are nice to listen to and obviously not to play, and vice versa. But I think 4 out of 5 at the minute is one of my favourites to play. I think it just.
So I thought you'd say you hated that.
No, after I actually learnt the bridge through all the pain, it was all right, because I quite enjoyed it.
We went through a phase, didn't we? We just didn't play the bridge, or I just played it on the keys. And then we just kind of improv, because it was like, oh, we're not learning that. That's hard. We finally got it nailed down, though. It sounded so much better.
One of my favourite songs, that, to be fair. Absolute banger. What did you think of the new album?
I'm a big fan of it.
I'm a big fan.
That's all right.
At first, I was a bit like, but
I think everybody on the first listen.
Yeah, it just clicked one day. I don't know. Yeah. It just came together.
I like sticking that record on it. It's a good one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It is. So, would you say it's your favourite album, or what would you say is your favourite album?
It's I ordered them the other day, didn't I? It's my second.
Well, yeah. I'd go favourite worst nightmare for mine.
Yeah, we can both agree on that one. I think that's
that's a lot of people's, to be fair, a lot of people's top one.
Yeah, I think it kind of avoids the basic.
Nope, Jack's frozen.
We got
still got that kind of grit to it.
I think we're losing him.
Everything that we know about and kind of relate to as such, but it has that kind of expression to it and a bit more instrumental quality.
Yeah, I was going to say it has that that sign of where they're changing it a little bit.
Yeah,
obviously when they brought Humbug out, they completely changed and so on.
Yeah.
So it just shows that they started to progress.
I mean, Humbug's a very good album. I always think Favourite Worst Nightmare is that good in between, because you've got the nice stuff that everyone kind of likes from the early album. I don't actually like as much personally now, but then, like Jack said, Favourite Worst Nightmare has got that. There's a bit more of a development.
It's got like the darker songs, doesn't it? And then obviously like Fluorescent Adolescent, which is, it's
one of the most well-known songs.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like I think for me on that album it has to be This House Is a Circus. I think it just it tops it for me.
Yeah.
Or If You Were There Beware is a very good song though as well, to be fair.
Yep.
I mean, as far as Arctic Monkeys go, they've not really got a bad song per se.
No.
Like, obviously, everyone has their personal favourites and stuff, but I mean, for me, I love Favourite Worst Nightmare. It's not my favourite. Not my favourite by far. Suck and See probably takes it after Tranquility Base.
Suck and See is good. It is good.
Very good album.
It is a good album.
It is, indeed.
It's difficult because, when you've released, 6 albums now?
Yeah.
And just every single one is just quality. It's something for everyone, isn't there? So
I was dreading you going, which is your favourite Monkeys album or favourite song? Because I can never, ever rank them.
No, it's a hard question. It is a hard question.
I hate it when anyone asks me that, because I'm just like, you could make a separate 2-hour podcast of me talking through each song and why I prefer it, and that's
I can guarantee you wouldn't want to.
That's the thing with that band,
every day on the Xbox.
That's the thing with that band, isn't it? Because like you speak to every Arctic Monkeys fan, someone's favourite album would be different to the next person. And that's,
I think that's one of the reasons they're so good, because there's so much different between each album and each song. And it's also why when we do a live set, we try to get at least one off each album and try to play an array of different styles of what they've got.
So you mentioned that you've played gigs and that. Which has been like the best one you played?
What do you think?
I think for me, I'm gonna have to say the most recent Sun gig.
Definitely, yeah. The most recent one we did before.
As much as Garrison is always a really good gig, and I love the Garrison as a venue in Barnsley. It's a lot. I don't want to diss the Sun here, but it's a lot better set up for music.
It is. Yeah,
kind of the big hall type thing with all the PA and everything like that. And it's just a nice setup with a proper stage, and it's a nice vibe in Garrison. But I think the Sun, there's just something about it, that kind of more intimate quality, and you can kind of not that you can't in the Garrison, but you can kind of pick out every face that you know and everything like that. And it
was also the venue we did his first one, wasn't it? We did his first gig there, and then we did a few more, and then we came back there, and we did the first one in November, and we came back there in February, which is our most recent gig, and everything was just kind of better, and we kind of took the break over Christmas off, didn't we?
Yeah, I think in a way it showed our improvement as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have many people going to the gigs?
It's quite a lot, isn't there, to be fair?
I wouldn't say it's like anything revolutionary numbers, but like for the Sun, it's struggling to get to the bar and move around the pub while we're in type numbers.
Definitely, yeah.
Nice.
We can have his usual people, family, close friends who come, but then that most recent gig, there was kind of a lot of friends of friends and people I didn't know.
I think it
kept knocking
was...
my mic over at the front of the stage as well.
It was kind of like a wow, the word has actually got out type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in terms of like doing your set list, is it the same one, or do you change it around a bit? Like, open with the same song, change it up a little bit.
We spent some time kind of building like a base set list, which is like the usual one we kind of keep for every gig, and then we have like a set of extra songs, and then for each one we never play the exact same set list, but we kind of swap in and out new ones. So like, we want to play this one, so what do we take out? We'll take that one out, and we kind of keep the same structure. But yeah, we try to do play at least one different song for every performance.
So, like, which songs of like which album would you play the most of?
I mean, I can tell you if you give me just a moment.
My guess, without looking, I think is either AM or what do people say? I think.
I would have thought it would have been
those. not because we particularly prefer them songs themselves, but just because you kind of got to play it to your audience. And I think
Yeah.
in terms of an Arctic Monkeys audience, they're the most, they're everyone's favourites, aren't they?
Funnily enough, it's weighted equally of 5 songs between whatever people say I Am, Favourite Worst Nightmare and AM. They all have 5 from each.
Wow, yeah.
So
I think in the future, once we get a bigger audience, we can definitely look into more relevant set lists as to what the Arctic Monkeys play now. We do try to get as close as, but then when you play in venues where some people are there because they've come to see a band, not particularly because they've come to see Arctic Monkeys. So you have to play songs that they might think, yeah, I've heard that one on the radio. Yeah, I know that one.
the more popular ones,
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. But we do throw a few in that we think, they're what actual big Arctic Monkeys fans are like.
Yeah.
Not just.
Have you seen them live?
Yes. We've both seen them, haven't we? In the hometown of Sheffield, of course.
We were lucky enough.
Sorry, carry on.
Oh no, I was just saying it was quite a mare to get the tickets, so we were.
I only just got mine on the extra night that was added.
We had all the payment pages crashing, losing standing tickets, managing to get back through, getting seated tickets. God, I've never had a more stressful morning in my life. And that does trump all my GCSE exams and everything. That morning was not a fun morning.
Is that for the Tranquility tour, or is that another one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great talk, that.
Yeah.
Great talk.
Yeah, the most recent tour, yeah.
Their whole setup was amazing, to be fair.
Yeah,
we were talking about this the other day, weren't we? We literally like a couple of days ago. I think that in terms of touring, that was the best. In terms of the stage, because I used to like every other stage and every tour was just kind of black background and they had big AM letters or the sound wave thing, which were good, but they actually built a proper set on stage.
I think it kind of embodied the story as such that he's going for with the album.
Yeah, I think when you went to a gig, you felt like you were going, didn't you, to Tranquility Base Hotel.
Yeah, it would have been boring if it was just like a plain screen behind him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
They've got to play up to it a bit.
It is one of my biggest pet hates.
Picture the moon. Black picture of the moon.
Little career on it, just like
yeah, that's all they had. Yeah, it would have been a bit different, wouldn't it?
My last question for you guys: do you try and sort of act how Arctic Monkeys act? Do you put on a bit of a show, bit of showmanship, bit like Alex Turner, giving it the big I am?
Yeah,
do you lay down on the piano or something?
Yeah, I actually tried to stand
definitely
up.
Does.
Yeah, definitely. I had to hold my hands up 100%. We started off when we did this first gig. We just kind of we'll just dress a bit smart, maybe a polo shirt, maybe a jacket, and we just went out there, and it went that well. And we're just like, I've always been a massive Alex Turner fan and Arctic Monkeys fan. Not that we all have but I was always kind of back of my mind wanted to properly go for it. And then we did that gig, and we were like, we could properly do a tribute kind of thing. So then the next one, we all turned up in suits and the hair done and I think that takes the longest part of preparation for gigs, not setting up, it's me doing my hair.
I have heard a few times that Ben is going through an identity crisis.
But yeah, we definitely, I've definitely tried to I pick little things up. I sit and watch gigs and stuff. We're talking to someone the other day, and I did this little things that I pick up on, and I always, when I stand and play guitar, I always naturally put my right leg forward. And I was watching a gig, loads of Alex Turner, and I was like, "Oh, he stands with his left leg forward."
Bloody hell!
It was literally the thing I picked out. Was I trained myself to stand with my left leg forward, just to embody it more. But yeah, I did the laying on the piano thing, not so much because I think my keyboard would snap in half if I laid on it. But I did try to stand on the stool, but the ceiling weren't high enough in the venue we did. So I just kind of put one leg up on it. And I was like, yeah, there we go. I'll do.
The next thing, you'll probably end up combing your hair on stage and that.
I'm pretty sure he's done that.
Yeah, definitely do that. I always have a little white comb in my back pocket.
Doesn't have to get a seat on it, does it?
I'll jack the microwave. So we were playing this gig, and there was the kind of back room behind the stage where we just, before you walk on, was like a little kitchen. And it sums it all up, like, we're ready to go on, like, right, let's go. And there was a microwave on a shelf that was like perfectly head height. So it's a glass door. And I literally stood in the microwave using it as a mirror. Right, let's go, boys. Yeah. And I think that sums it all up, really.
Brilliant stuff. Well, been an absolute pleasure having you on,
What really made me chuckle was...
Sorry, carry on.
No, we did a live stream on Instagram, and obviously most of the followers either haven't seen us play just because I'm not going to big any of my TikToks up, but one of them got a little bit big. And like, I put in the bio of it, follow Arctic Numpties on Instagram. So a lot of them like came and followed the account. And obviously they've never seen us play or anything like that. So Ben did a live, and everyone in the comments were like, wow, he even talks like Alex Turner. And that just made it for me. And then his family for the rest of the night in the house absolutely rinsed him for talking like Alex Turner on the live stream.
Yeah, the live stream was good, Ben, but why were you talking like Alex Turner? I was like, all right.
I think
everyone
that
else
just
liked
summed it all up for me.
Yeah,
Brilliant
pretty
stuff.
much.
Well, been an absolute pleasure on you all, lads.
Same to you guys. It was very good. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been
Thanks
a
for having us.
pleasure to be here.
That's all right.
Thanks everyone for watching. You can follow the Arctic Numpties at Arctic Numpties. Pretty self-explanatory. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Talks Night Podcast.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank
Cheers.
you.